Offshore, where the ocean never sleeps, is where silent people make a living day and night with the waves and the battles for survival with giant fish. This is not a simple fishing trip, but a journey of sweat, daring, and courage. Each film you are about to watch is the most brutal truth of fishing in the vast ocean. And here the most breathtaking moment of the entire journey. The giant nets gradually closed, taking with them hundreds, even thousands of fish. The entire sea seemed to boil. The water was white. Each strong swing made the boat shake. The fishing team worked tirelessly, coordinating rhythmically to narrow the net, keeping the results after many days at sea. And then the final spoils were brought aboard. Two giant fish, weighing hundreds of kilograms, swayed in the sea like defeated warriors. The crane slowly lifted them up, and the fishermen's eyes were filled with fatigue, but burning pride. Each fish pulled up was the result of hours of struggle, days of drifting in the ocean, and a testament to the steely spirit of those who never surrendered to the ocean. But there are fish that are too big, too heavy to bring intact onto the boat, and this is where the real bravery begins. Right in the middle of deep water, the fishermen risk their lives to approach, using their knives to cut each part right on the fish's body. There is no room for error, just a moment of distraction. You can be swept away in the waves, but they still do it, because this is their job, their livelihood, their survival that they choose to face every day. Every journey begins with preparation. Large nets are cast down seemingly light, but containing a dream of making a living. In the midst of the blue sky and blue water, two men are starting a bet with the sea. Here, there is no luck. There is only experience, patience, and calloused hands that cling to the sea day by day. In the quiet night, when the whole mainland is asleep, at the top of the wave the lights on the ship still illuminate each meter of net being pulled up. And then, each first fish appears. The rewards from the deep sea lie quietly in the net. No cheers, no fireworks, just the silent eyes of those who understand to get them is to exchange for sweat, courage, and sleepless nights. And then the real monster appeared, a long body, silver scales glittering in the dawn light. It was not just big, it was huge, like a legend from the deep ocean. It took the coordination of a whole group of fishermen. The rope was stretched to the point of breaking. Their arms were shaking from the strain, but no one would let go. Little by little, they lifted the fish from the water, as if pulling the entire ocean onto the boat. This is the most worthy reward, not just a fish but a testament to the courage and steely spirit of those who never succumb to the ocean. Finally, the spoils of war are brought into the deep stone cellar where the results of life and death moments in the ocean are kept. Each fish that falls is a closed chapter in the beginning of a new journey to come. For fishermen, no glory comes from luck, only courage, sweat, and hands that have been mixed with the wind and waves for many years. It's not always about big nets, cranes, or wrestling matches. Sometimes, it all starts with a simple hook, a piece of red meat, a sharp hook, and all the patience is let down with a thin line in the vast ocean. Fishing with a line is the art of waiting. In the vast sky and water, people put their hopes in each slight bounce of the trembling line under the waves. A heavy pull. The water surface suddenly boiled. What was rising was not an ordinary fish, but a giant of the ocean. The fishermen had to use iron hooks, clinging tightly to the side of the boat, using all their strength to hold it. With just one flick of its tail, it could capsize the entire boat. But no one gave up because a fish like this, sometimes you only see it once in a year. And here it was the most glorious moment. The giant fish was lying on the deck. No more struggling, no more resistance, just the gasps of the fishermen who had just won an unequal fight. The last fish weighing 100 kilos was put into the ice cellar. The arduous journey had come to an end. The sea had given, and the people had deserved to receive. Too many. This was just a big fish. But to the fishermen, it was the crystallization of resilience, of sacrifice, and of tireless days at sea. They did more than catch fish. They lived with the sea, breathed with the waves, and wrote an epic poem in the vast ocean. When the net began to retract, that was when the real confrontation began. Dozens of ships surrounded, hundreds of arms coordinated in unison, each strand of net tightened the siege. The sea surface boiled, fish jumped, fins tore the water surface like a herd of wild animals looking for a way to escape. But there was no way out. This was the decisive moment where human strength, experience, and courage had to speak up. Thank you for watching until the end of the video. If you find it interesting, remember to like and subscribe to the channel to support us to make more attractive fishing videos.